The
All right.
stream live.
We're good.
Yeah,
Welcome.
you're doing good on this.
Hi. Welcome, everybody. Hey, I got a guest in the house tonight. Got the lovely Linda Kramer from Texas, right?
From Texas, yeah.
Yeah. So she's gonna be my sidekick. So
So I had to wear my cowboy hat like you tonight.
yes. So I'm live now, so I know people can see me, or you can see me on the screen and everything. Like,
Yes.
okay. There we go.
Hey,
Yay!
Tony.
Mr. Vegas. What's up? I got my sidekick here tonight. Yeah, Linda Kramer in the house. She's our guest. Yes. She's going to be my co-host with the most. So we're going to have a lot of fun. Got a lot of good shows coming on.
Thank you, Tony. Glad you came tonight.
That's right. Tony said, looking good.
I had to wear my cowboy hat so I could be like Linda.
Yep. I love it. I'm like so super excited to have you on tonight, Linda. I so appreciate your time and everything, and I was so looking forward to it. And we're gonna have a lot of fun. We got some really cool shows coming up in the future and all that, and I'm getting more confident with myself, and just having you on here, have my sidekick on here, and hey, Scuba. All right, go ahead, read the chat, Kramer. And people that can't see the chat or whatever, you can read
Hi,
it.
Scuba.
What's up, Scooby? Scooby Doo's in the house. Yeah. That's right. I got a guest in the house. I'm like with the big dogs now. Yeah. There you go. Super excited. Oh yeah, now that I started my first guest, she's my very first one. So I'm just happy to have you here, Kramer. And we're just kind of watching the chat and see what everybody's up to and get everybody in here and all that stuff. And what else? How is everybody's week going so far? Everybody having a good week? And
Tony said he's digging the hats. See, like pink on my hat. This is what I used to wear to the rodeo.
Yeah. Well, we're getting into like, I'm kind of getting towards the fall vibing, so it's time to bring out the dark hats, and the lighter hats are for summer, and then these are, you're the black hats or whatever. But I get a lot of my hats from Boot Barn when I lived in Arizona, and a lot of times I just order them online, and I just get the ones that one hat fits all kind of thing, and it's just because some of the cowboy hats you see them, they're really expensive.
Oh yeah, but, can't afford those.
Yeah, because I was on the rodeo trail for so many years, it's hard to get that out of your system, So I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube and keep up with everybody, and then I watch Flint Rasmussen. He used to be an entertainer at the rodeos, and I watch his show on Tuesday nights. He has a Facebook Live, so he keeps everybody, informed on all the stuff that's going on. So it's kind of fun because I watch. What do I watch? Oh, I watch Shaney's show. I call it Shaney's show. On Tuesday nights, and then when he's done, then I watch my Facebook Live. So, but it's not about me tonight. It's about you, Miss Kramer, the lovely Kramer in the house. Applause, yay!
Yay!
So I'm gonna let you do your thing. My listeners out there, everybody watching, on the YouTube, I appreciate you. Make sure you hit like, subscribe to my channel, and Miss Kramer is going to kind of talk about what she's been up to and all that good stuff. So take it away, Miss Linda, my lovely.
All righty. Thank you. I'm so honored to be your first guest. You asked everybody what they did today, but nobody really answered. Scuba said he bought one expensive cowboy hat, and that was enough. Mine was cheap because I've gone through several hats. I also have a 3-cornered pirate hat, but I rarely wear it except for Halloween. But yeah, so today, let's see. Yesterday I got stung by a scorpion and 3 wasps, red wasps. So I got welts and stings and bumps and a little bit of blurry vision from the scorpion sting, but it'll go away in a couple of days. And this morning was so nice. I got up this morning and was down in the park at 6:00 in the morning, did all my cleaning and work and stuff that I needed to do. And about 9:00, it was just absolutely beautiful. It was only about 84 degrees and the wind was blowing 7 miles an hour, gusting to 12. So I went out and kited for a while. And then a big gust came along and picked me up and took me about 30 feet from the. I use a Kawasaki Mule when I'm cleaning the park, and
you're like, wee!
So I got a little free flight in. I was only a couple feet off the ground, but when I landed, it hurt and skinned up my knee. So one knee has a wasp bite and road rash, and just below it is the scorpion sting. So yeah, I look like I'm in bad shape on one side. And then a wasp stung me on the wrist, so I've got a big wasp.
I didn't know about the wasp part.
Yeah, hazards of working and living outside. But it's okay. It goes away after a while.
Oh my gosh.
The wasps just leave behind a big welt. So, and the scorpion sting, I washed it up and put cortisone 10 on it. And
you see, Scuba said, damn, Kramer tried to do it all in one day.
Yeah, I try to kite anytime I can. I can't fly right now because I'm waiting on a new wing. My wing that came with my trike is a little undersized, and I can't climb out fast enough. Yeah, I've flown it, but where I live, I'm in the bottom of a bowl. I'm completely surrounded by big hills and trees. And Ron Turan at Lone Star was a little worried about me being able to climb out fast enough to avoid all the trees. So my wing is for sale, cheap, so I can put the money towards a new wing. And I don't want to fly with my wing that's for sale because I might mess it up and then I wouldn't be able to sell it.
Yeah, so, Scuba said, good reason to not fly.
Yeah, that's the only I mean, because I'm getting out there in the morning and trying to kite, so I could set my wing in the morning when it gets up into the, once it gets past 105, I don't handle the heat well since my heat stroke 2 years ago. So after it's 105, I kind of find shade and don't do anything strenuous because it doesn't take long. I can't keep up with I get dehydrated fast. So, but it's cool enough in the morning still. I could set my wing and fly, but I don't want to fly it until I sell it and get the new one. So I got a 35 meter Triox 2 I'm waiting on. I was going to get a 32 meter Road Max, but it's $5,000, so can't afford that.
John Wayne's in the chat real quick, hon. He said, "Hey, I'm aging, a setback in the ER, waiting on a doctor." Oh gosh.
Oh no, John.
All right, prayers, John. Cowboy, we're praying for you, bud. You got this. Stay strong.
Yeah, I'm still praying for you, John Wayne. Thanks for stopping in, though. It's good to hear from you.
All right, Tony said, John, we're praying for you. We love you, bud. Keep the faith. You got this.
Yeah.
Tony said he wants to know about your groceries that you take to the kids.
Oh, they're kids that used to ride my school bus, and they're in the really poverty-stricken area of the city. I had the longest school bus route in the district. Mine was 3 hours every morning and 3 hours every evening. And some of the kids on during the summer, they don't get very many. They'll get maybe 4 meals for a whole week. Um, one family is one family is 5 kids living with their grandmother. The mother is in prison and the father disappeared when the baby was born. So she was not expecting to have 5 kids to take care of. And so I take groceries to them. I take them out on Thursdays because during the school year, they get free breakfast and lunch at school. And in the summertime, they really struggle. So if I take the groceries on Thursdays, they usually, during the school year, they get lunch Friday and breakfast and lunch Friday, and they don't have to get through the weekend. But the last couple of weeks, I've taken a couple extra runs to some of the families. I take groceries to 6 families to feed 17 kids. And I also started dropping off
You're such
groceries for one retired veteran that fell and broke his hip and he's having trouble getting around. So I take him groceries once a week as well. He gets Meals on Wheels delivered once a day, but
yeah.
you know, they're prepared meals, and so I take him extra stuff.
So how many hours again? Scuba said 3 hours. He said that's a big route.
Oh yeah, my school bus route was 3 hours. I had the longest route in the district. I only picked up kids that were 4 years old. Well, 3 years old, they could start Head Start up through 5th grade. So once they went to 6th grade, they had to ride a different bus because I didn't have time to pick up the elementary kids and drop them off at school and go back and get the older kids. And in Marble Falls, the elementary school starts first. So I started my route. I was at the bus barn every day at 4:30 in the morning, and at 5:05 I picked up my first kid, and they didn't get off my bus till 8. So the school started at 8:15, but at 8 o'clock we could drop them off at the school. And I usually hit the school driveway at about 8:05. So that first kid that got on my bus rode for 3 hours every morning, and he was the last kid to get off my bus in the evening. So
wow.
3 hours every evening. That poor kid rode my bus 6 hours a day.
Oh, but my goodness.
Yeah, I always carried peanut butter crackers and bottles of water and stuff. So they weren't supposed to eat on the bus. But, when they get on the bus and they already are like, how long till we get to the school? Because I'm hungry.
Oh,
here's some peanut butter crackers.
That breaks my heart too. I mean, oh my gosh, Linda. So how long you've been living in Texas then? Has that been where you're living now? Is that where you've lived for, where you live now with your house and all that?
I don't have a house. I was born. Yeah, but I was born and raised in Texas, but I went away for a couple years, but I got back as fast as I could.
Okay.
So I've been up here since 2018 because my daughter moved up here after she was already diagnosed with breast cancer. So she moved up to this area, and I was driving a school bus for Santa Fe, Texas, and that was where the high school shooting was. I lost 6 kids. There was 10 kids that were killed, and 6 of those were my kids off of my bus.
Oh no.
Yeah. So my daughter said, come up here for the summer. That happened a week before school got out. And she said they canceled the rest of the school year. They closed down.
Yeah.
The next, they had one more day the high school didn't go back to school, but the elementary and junior high went back to school for one more day, and they closed the school down. And my daughter said, why don't you come up here and visit with me and get out of the area for a little while? So I came up, and she broke her back. I came up, in June 1st for the end of the year, for the summer, and then she broke her back the end of July. All she did was stand up. The cancer had eaten away her bones so bad that when she stood up, her back broke.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so she went to the hospital, and I said, well, I'll move up here permanently if I can get a job. And I put out an application for all the school districts, and Marble Falls hired me in less than an hour after I hit send for the application. And so I ended up staying here. So I moved in with her and put my RV in the side yard and lived in her house taking care of her for a while. The doctor said she'd never walk again, but she's just as ornery as I am. Well, she was ornery. I don't know where she got it from.
Oh no, I don't know either.
A month later,
gosh,
she was working. She worked. She went back to work a month later, walking, doing. They did a cement. They put cement. That's I forgot what they called it, but they did cement in her spine to hold it together. And she went back to work a month later, and I stayed with her until she got married, and she got married 1/1 of 2020. And I said, I'm gonna find another job. I'm gonna move out and find a place to live because you're married. You don't need me anymore. And I stayed close, but I would go see her every single day. She would go to work, and I would go to work, and then we'd spend time together. And so I got to spend the last 6 years of her life with her. After she passed away, I like it here. So I didn't go back to Santa Fe, but the transportation director, he still calls me all the time. Do you want to come back and drive for me again? But I don't really want to move back to that area. Santa Fe, Texas is the home of the KKK, and they are still active in Santa Fe, Texas.
Wow.
Yeah. I thought they were gone. I'm like, there's no such thing as KKK anymore. But they're still active in Santa Fe.
Wow.
So, yeah, I was just as happy to not go back.
Tony said that's awesome, Kramer, what you do for the kids.
Well, I can't stand to see a hungry kid.
Yeah.
It breaks my heart. And I know if people are struggling, I volunteer at the helping center giving food out to the hungry people. And we'll get 180 families a day. They can only come once a week, but we'll have 180 families in one day. And that's families. That's not people.
That's everywhere,
that's
too.
Families. And some of those families have 10 to 12 people in the family. So, I mean, it's everywhere. It's getting so bad, and people can't afford. They just can't afford it. I mean, these families with 10, 12 kids in the family, they're getting food stamps, and one parent is working, and they still can't make ends meet. So it's just really bad right now.
I don't know how families do it nowadays. I really don't. It just it just amazes me that I wonder how families can afford to feed. People can afford to feed a family anymore. Gosh, I mean, it's a little different. When I was growing up, my daddy had a grocery store in Detroit, and so I worked in the grocery store when I was in junior high. I'd have to work there after school, and we'd have to stock the shelves, but it was fun. Well, now I think it was fun. Before, sometimes it was like dragging, my mom was like, come on, we got to go. They'd pick me up from school and then take me we change our clothes, and then we'd have to go right to work. My mom would drop us off to my dad's work. And then, do you remember those stampers?
Yeah.
And you have to, like, the pricing, you'd have to use your little fingers to change. And I would come home and my fingers would be blue, from the ink.
Yeah.
And I remember stamping all the baby food jars and stuff. And I remember it was like, I hated it, but I like the money. I like getting the money though.
Yeah. Scuba's celebrating with a frozen mango margarita. Rub it in, Scuba.
Ooh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, you make some cool drinks, because I know you were always talking about maybe you're the rum or something. Remember when you guys
I do make rum. I make coconut rum and spiced rum. I built my still in 1999. I still have the still, and I got about gallons of rum. I'm only allowed to have 50 gallons, but in case anybody's listening,
oh, and you're still, what they call it, a still? What's it called?
Yeah, a still.
Distill, like the DIS, right?
That's what you do with the still. What I built was a still, STILL.
Okay.
To distill the mash that I make to make rum. So the mash is, sorry, my brain just fell out. Hang on, let me get it off the floor. The mash is, man, if I wouldn't have said it, I could have told you.
Tony said you're making moonshine.
Yeah, pretty much. It's been tested, and it's 140 proof. But it's molasses.
Oh my God, 140?
140, which is 70% alcohol. You know, I used to drink Everclear, and Everclear is 99% alcohol.
Good Lord,
you get 100% grain alcohol. That's moonshine, but mine is quite soothing. It's actually, when my daughter was alive, she was my biggest coconut rum drinker, because when the morphine couldn't help her with her pain anymore, she would eat a couple of snow cones with my coconut rum, and she would feel no pain. So
Scuba said he's looking. He says, "Let's see how far away is Kramer. He's gonna go visit you."
I'm about 6 hours.
He's gonna bring his red solar cup. You're gonna fill it up for him.
Hey, you're welcome to have some. I don't drink. I no longer drink, but I still make the rum because I enjoy the process of making it. And the feed store in Galveston believes that I have a big herd of cattle, because I go in and buy 5-gallon containers of molasses to make the rum. So they think they're like, well, what are you doing with all this rum? With all this molasses. And I can't tell them I'm making rum. It's legal as long as I don't have more than 50 gallons. But I don't tell them I'm making rum. I'm just like,
Scuba said, best kind of dealer, a non-user.
Hey, you don't want to get high on your own supply.
Get high on supply.
Yeah,
that's funny. That's funny.
I have gotten some seagulls high accidentally when I when I first moved my still to Galveston.
Don't get high on your own supply.
Right.
Be a commercial. Mr. Vegas. So, Tony. Oh my God.
When I first moved my still down to Galveston, because I built my still when I lived in Nacogdoches, and I was sword fighting, and they had
fighting.
Yes.
Sword fighting?
Yes, I fight case of swords, which is a sword in each hand, and they're 30-inch rapiers. So the blade itself is 30 inches long. And I fight with a blade in each hand. And I'm
my God.
Yeah.
Scuba, you better if you come and visit her, you better not you better be nice to her.
Yeah. You don't want to be on my bad side. Just I don't have a lot of enemies, and I used to ride with Hell's Angels, and I don't have a lot of enemies, so
sword fighting. Oh my God, you could go to the Renaissance Festival, and what do they call that when they're on the horses?
Joust.
Yeah, I could see you jousting.
I used to go to the Renaissance every year and carry my own swords. They always made me peace tie them, because they were real. They had real blade. They were real blades. They weren't toys. Yeah. What you buy at the Renaissance is a lot of plastic and aluminum cheap stuff. And what I had was real steel, because I fought with real swords. They just had blunts on the end of them, so I didn't actually stab anybody.
Yeah.
And when you're sword fighting, when you're having a battle if you kill somebody, they just have to get up and go back to the resurrection point and come back and fight again.
Is the sword fighting? Is that the one, or is that? Oh no, I'm thinking of fencing.
Fencing has a mask. I did wear a mask when I was in open field battles. I wore a mask.
Okay.
So because you can get accidentally hit in the face. So yes, we wore masks when we were fighting. It's not a proper way to fight if you're going to kill somebody, but when you're sword fighting for fun, we had blunts on our swords and we had masks. And I made my own armor. I made
you made your own armor?
I made chainmail. Basically, I took fencing wire and wrapped it real tight around a small steel pole. And then I ran along the links. When I was all done winding it up, I ran down the links one time with a grinder and cut all the links open. So they would come out like this. And then I would take all the links individually and hook them together like this and close the points. So it made, and I built my own chainmail. So my chainmail came down to my knees, but you can still get killed when you have chainmail. So, yeah, it was fun.
You're an amazing woman. Oh my gosh, you are amazing.
It was fun.
I mean, speaking of amazing, I have to thank my amazing chatters that are on my amazing show tonight. You're all amazing. That's the word of the night. Amazing. Yes.
So we have Tony Marzano and Scuba and John Wayne, but I haven't seen Bill H yet.
Yeah, where's Bill H? And where's Shaney? Where's all my peeps tonight? Where's my family? Where are you at? I know you're listening. Robert, you better be watching my show.
It says there's 6 here. Somebody's being sneaky. They're trolling.
So
there's 6 in the chat, but there's only 5 people here.
They're trolling. I know. I hope they make anybody mad. Jeez. Well, the moonshiner, the moonshiner is isn't the moonshiner starts this week? The moonshiner fly-in.
Yeah, I think so.
So, there.
Oh, Jade's here. Hi, Jade.
Hey. She's driving. They're driving to. I don't want to say the place or whatever, but they're driving to Eric's, right? Eric's parents. Yeah. Just because of the privacy thing, I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah.
Jade, good to see you. And I have to give a shout out to Jade too, for her show last night. It was so fun with Joe Adele's probably flying.
There's Bill H.
Or just getting done flying. And so he was a really cool guest. So I'm going to get him on this show too. What the heck?
Bill H just popped in too.
Oh, there he is. See, Bill, his ears must have been ringing or something.
We had to say his name 3 times before he would show up.
Yes. Let me see. I'm checking my messages. Nope, nothing there.
Oh, he had to give the girls a ride. His dogs love to go out on the club car.
Oh, cute. Good. Welcome, Bill H. Thank you. Thank you for jumping on. Make sure y'all hit like. Yes, hit like. Yeah, I don't know. My family, like when I remember a few weeks ago, I was on here and they were all jumping in saying hi and everything. And now, let's see. Scuba says, go ahead, you can read it, Linda. What's Scuba saying?
Says if you have a trike, you have to buy a lot of spare inner tubes. He's already had 2 flats. My front tire was flat when I bought my trike from the guy. He said it was okay, but when I got to Lone Star, that tire was completely flat. And it had a big hole in it. It wouldn't even hold the Fix-A-Flat. So, yeah, I bought a bunch of spares. I found them on Amazon. Like two inner tubes for $9. Mine's got 16-inch tires on it. We got a lot of big, I call them sticker bushes, but they're small mesquite trees coming up. everywhere, and they're full of stickers. They'll puncture a tire fast.
Mesquite trees. Yeah, I remember those when I lived in Arizona.
Yeah. I hate them. I chop them down as fast as I can find them because they'll puncture right. They got long, like 2 to 3 inch spikes on them. The thorns on them. They're horrible.
Okay. I just messaged Robert, so hopefully he'll look for me and just jump in the chat and say, well, let's see what time it's. Oh, it's like 5:30 there right now, so he's probably just driving home. Okay, so what's Scuba saying?
He bought 2 new ones from Amazon, and one had a hole in it just already when he bought it. It had a hole in it. I would send that thing back. Amazon's real good about giving refunds.
Oh, they are. Yeah.
Yeah, they're excellent. Like most of the time, if you call, sometimes I've called them, but you can go on their, into your account and complain about something, and they'll just give you the cash back on your Amazon account.
Yep. Yeah. That's what they did for me last month. This is so stupid. I ordered a $4 bottle of potassium vitamins. And so I get the thing, it's in your mailbox. I run down and I grab the envelope, and the envelope's empty.
Oh.
So somebody needed the potassium vitamins more than I did. Or, somebody had to open it because, when you get those little packages, like the little 4x6, they're sealed.
Yeah, they're sealed tight. You have to have scissors to get into them.
Yeah. So evidently somebody needed them more than I did. And same thing, I called Amazon right away or whatever, and they gave me a refund, they gave me a credit or whatever. And then over Christmas time, I ordered a big box of the coffee, like 36 cups or whatever. And the box was like damaged. There was like at least half the box, the cups had holes in them and stuff. So there's coffee like everywhere in the box. So the same thing, I got a hold of Amazon and they gave me a credit, or if I wanted to get another box, which I didn't with that company or whatever, but I was not their fault, but still, they could see the box was smashed. So, but yeah. So I know what you're saying. I hope you get another wing so you can, start flying.
Well, we had one of the guys that hangs out at Lone Star, and he came to the fly-in. Bill H. got to meet him. He was battling lung cancer, and he passed away a couple of months ago, and his wing is for sale. So it's been sent in to be inspected, and a couple of the lines were frayed, so they're getting replaced. And if it passes inspection, I'm going to buy that wing. That's the Triox 35 meter. So, and I already have enough money to pay for that. So, yeah, that was a good thing because I don't have $5,000 to pay for a brand new Road Max.
Yeah. It's like when Keith and Kat, when Kat took me up, they have 2 wings, so they obviously put the smaller one on, because I was the weight thing, right? And then the next guy, he took another guy up after me, and they had to switch the wings out, because obviously he was bigger dude than me or whatever. So I learned something at the fly-in that I didn't realize that they have to switch out the wings with the weight, right? Of the person.
My trike weighs more than I do. My trike weighs 200 pounds by itself. So
I wouldn't even know what size wing to get for the for the trike or whatever. They just go by, because let's say it's just you don't do tandem, it's just you flying. They go by your weight or the weight of the trike.
They go by the all up weight of what. If you're in a trike, they take the weight of the trike plus your weight plus the weight of the wing, and then you got to get a wing that's rated for that weight, which is called all up weight. So me and the trike and the wing, with the trike weighing 200 pounds, me, the trike and the wing totals 371 pounds because I got to add the weight of the wing in there too. So my wing is good for up to 378 pounds. So I'm at the very top of the weight rating on this wing. So I've been flying it, but it doesn't climb very fast because I'm at the top of the weight rating. So if I get a bigger wing, it'll put me lower in the weight area and I'll be able to climb better. That's why I'm getting a new one, because I have flown with the wing that came with the trike. And the guy that had it weighs more than I do, and he was flying with it. And Tommy at Lone Star weighs, I think when him and I both got on the scales, I think he was 19 pounds more than I was, which put him over the weight rating, but he flew it anyway. But he couldn't climb very fast. And Ron was like, okay, let's get some elevation now. Let's get some altitude. And he's like, I got it wide open. It's not climbing any faster. So you can go over the weight rating on the wing if you're a better flyer, because some of the wings they have two weight ratings. One is for a beginner or a less skilled pilot, and then it's got you can fly, if you're higher weight, it bumps it up and makes it a spicier wing. You got to have a little more.
Bill H said, I remember him. Maybe he's talking Tommy. And then Scuba said, Kramer, what size brand is your current wing?
So my current wing is a 31 meter Mac Para 1 Charger. And so it's rated up to 378 pounds. But I was trying to get a Road Max 32 meter, which is actually rated to 500 pounds. So because it's 371 pounds, I'd be just above the middle weight rating on the on the Road Max, but I can't afford $5,000. So when Frank passed away, his wife put his wing up for sale. It's a Triox 2 35 meter. So I've got plenty of, I could use that for a tandem trike, but it's great for me by myself. And it's got the Howdy Deweese. And it's got the winglets on it, so it'll be a more sable wing.
Thanks for jumping on. Oh, Bill H said Frank.
Yeah, that's who I bought it from.
Okay.
Yeah, Bill H went with it. He did the road trip with me to go buy my paramotor.
That's right.
So it was a long drive, and he rode along and kept me awake because we didn't stop at a hotel or anything. We just drove. I left Sunday at noon, and I got back Wednesday after midnight.
Oh my gosh, how fun.
So
we're all doing good, Wheezy. Now that you're here, thank you for jumping in the chat. Love you bunches. And I'm just excited. I got Kramer tonight. If y'all are just jumping in, Miss Kramer, my little sidekick cowgirl, she's going to be my co-host. I hired her. She's going to be my co-host. All she has to do, just smile, look pretty like I do, every week, just smile, look pretty.
Who's John?
And my that's my brother. And Kim, that's my sister-in-law. That's in the chat. Hi, Kimmy. Hi, John. If you're listening.
Hi, John.
Thank you for jumping on. Appreciate you. Yeah, I got Kramer as my guest tonight, and she's going to be my sidekick the rest of the on Thursday. She's going to be joining us every Thursday. So what a great addition to my show.
And Linda hired me, and she's only charging me $400 a week to be here.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yes. Oh, yeah. See, Scuba said, make Jade keep her eyes on the road. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're all heading down. Hey, speaking of Scuba, what happened to you last night? Because I didn't see you on Jade's show in the chat last night. I was looking for you. I was saying your name, Scuba. Where were you last night? You missed a good show. Okay, Bill H has a question. What about the children? Did they get food? Oh, yeah. Maybe you can kind of just kind of explain that to Bill again, that you got what you were saying about the food. People that just jumped in.
Oh yeah, I just make during the summer I can make the deliveries a little earlier in the day. So today, oh hi Judy.
Hey,
So
sister. That's my
another,
sis.
okay.
Welcome,
So
sis. Thank you for joining
yeah,
us tonight. And this is Miss Kramer. She's gonna be my sidekick every week. She's gonna be my co-host. So we're gonna have a lot of fun wearing our cowboy hats together. The two
yeah,
L's, right? The Lindy and the Linda. Yes. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. So welcome to Lindy's Treehouse. I'm glad you all climbed up to join us tonight. I was super excited about this. And yeah, just take a seat and just enjoy. Linda, you can tell more of your story, whatever you want to talk about. She's amazing. This gal is amazing. I'm telling you. So you were you said the Marines, right?
I was a merchant marine for 8.5 years. I was
Thank
in
you
the
for your
guard for four and a
service.
half years.
And what's the other part?
I was in the guard I was a corporal in the guard for 4.5 years.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
did double duty. And then I was a pirate for 11 years on
You
my
were a
own
what? A
sailboat.
pirate?
A pirate. I have a 27-foot Catalina sailboat. It's got a working cannon on the
Tell us
bow.
that story. Tell us some stories about the sailboat.
Well, my best friend and I used to do pirate raids. I have a friend, Jeremy, owns a dinner cruise ship in Galveston. And my friend Jazz and I would go. Jeremy would pay us $1,000 a month to raid his pirate dinner cruises. One cruise a month was a pirate night, and we would get $1,000 to raid him. I put the working cannon on the bow of my sailboat, and I pack it down with some black powder, and then I would put extra wadding in there. Put 3 layers of black powder in there, and then a triple layer of wadding, and I would take a Nerf ball the size of a baseball because my cannon shoots baseball size shot, and I'll dip the Nerf ball in the Galveston Bay and squeeze it till no air bubbles came
So
out of it, so it was completely saturated.
Dewey said so. She was a real pirate.
I was,
Oh my gosh!
and yeah,
Gosh.
I would pack that Nerf ball into the cannon, and when we got 100 yards from his dinner cruise ship, I would fire the cannon, and that Nerf ball would come out smoking, so it looked like a real cannonball was getting shot at the ship.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, and then we would pull up alongside of his boat his ship, and he always left a rope trailing down in the aft, and we would grab onto that rope, and either Jazz or I, depending upon whose turn it was, would
Bill's
swing
making
across.
the pirate sound. Bill's making that pirate sound.
Arr, that's my favorite letter. Arr. But we would swing onto the cruise ship and talk like a pirate. I'd swing over there and say, "Arr, we're here to get your booty. Give us all your booty, or we'll kill you. We'll run you through."
Did you wear the patch on your eye too with your pirate hat?
No, because I needed to be able to see. When I was on the ship, when I was on my sailboat, I would wear the patch sometimes. But I have a sword and shield and buckler and a pistol, an old wooden pistol that shoots. I can shoot blanks, or I can shoot BBs with it. And when it was my turn, I would board the ship and get all the, try to get the booty. And of course, when they got on the pirate cruise, everybody put all their belongings in a big envelope and locked them in the safe. So when we got on, it's like somebody wouldn't be able to get their wedding ring off, and I'd be walking around saying, "Give us all your booty." And I'd see a ring, and I'd say, "Give me your ring or I'll chop your finger off." And then of course the captain would be like, "Oh no, don't hurt my guests. I'll give you all the money I have if you'll just leave everybody alone." And he would take out a big, huge wad of $20 bills. That's $1,000. And he would say, "This is all the money I have. I can't open the safe for another hour." So you can either ride along with us for another hour and hope that no police or sheriffs or anybody shows up, or you can take the money and get off my ship. And so I'd be like, all right, that'll do for now, and I'd swing back from his ship back to my sailboat, and we would sail off.
I gotta tell you what Scuba said. Never works well with women unless they have been drinking. Surrender the booty.
Oh, they drank on that ship.
Craig
they drank, and they were drinking on the dinner cruise. They always had champagne and stuff. And
Hi,
I
Craig
drank.
from Australia.
Jazz and I both drank rum, so yeah, I don't drink anymore.
Oh my gosh!
I still make the rum, but I don't drink it.
Our Aussie friends in the chat.
Howdy, Craig B.
So we know there's a tomorrow because Craig's in the chat. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, just so people are just joining, Linda Kramer is my guest tonight, and Miss Kramer, the lovely, beautiful Miss Kramer, and it's going to be amazing to have her as my co-host next week, and and the week after that, and the week after that. So I'm super excited.
As long as I can afford $400 a week to be on your show, I'll be here.
Okay, that's right. I know. Well, now see, I'm slowly this is huge for me tonight. Having you on the show, and I had to, thanks to Jade and Deweese and all their patience, helping me and Scuba navigating through this whole process. And I'm really proud of myself that I, really starting to figure things out. And so Bill said, I'm flying tomorrow evening at Scuba. Oh, yeah, that means tomorrow is Friday. That's right. So we know what show's on tomorrow night. I like Scuba show. It's always
the only show you can flip coin.
I know, right? I know. Yeah. You do good on there. I don't do any of that. I just kind of hang out and,
I used to build slot machines in the casinos. I started out in the casinos as a crap stealer. Yeah. I started out as a crap stealer. Then I went to the blackjack tables. Then I said, I want to build slot machines. And they said, can you weld? And they said, can you solder? And I said, I can weld. So, how hard can it be to solder? So they hired me as a slot mechanic. So I built slot machines for Jim Kelly's Nugget Casino in Reno and Lake Tahoe for 7 years.
Oh, okay. So Bill's asking, how do y'all do that flip coin game?
Oh.
Yeah, I have no idea either. I just see you guys all in there.
It's a lot of fun. I'll explain it to you. Or Scuba can. We'll take care of that tomorrow. I'll give you some coins and you can start doing flip coin.
Join the flip coin.
It's free. The flip coins are free, so I started out with somebody gave me 10,000 flip coins, and now I have like 9 million. So
I'm telling you, you are a survivor. You need to, because some people that were not listening, tell them how your day ended yesterday.
Oh, right at the end of Jade's show, I got bit by a scorpion and 3 red wasps. So I got stung by a scorpion and 3 red wasps. So I had muscle cramps all night long from the scorpion sting. But this morning at 6 o'clock, I got up and went out in the park, and walking around and doing stuff helped ease up the muscle cramps. But,
I was so worried about you last night. And, I checked on you, and you're like, oh, no big deal. No. I'm like, oh, my God. Yeah. Yeah, as soon as I got on the after show with Jade, with Jade and Joe, and Deweese, they told me that you got stung. So I was like, holy crap.
I was surprised you found out so fast but I let Jade know, because I usually go in the after show, and I wasn't going to go in there because I had to go wash the scorpion sting and put some cortisone 10 on it, and because I've been stung before, I knew what to expect. I have a little bit of blurry vision. If I can Like I can see without my glasses, but
Yeah.
it's hard for me to read. So with the blurry vision, Scuba just said, "I think the frozen is ready. BRB. Be right back." But
And
I got to see without my glasses because
Bill said he gets high from wasp stings.
I just get these big nasty lumps from them. It'll go in a couple of days, but it takes a couple of days because it welts up real big and
Well,
yeah.
it could have been worse. It could have been like poison ivy. That would have been way worse because that stuff doesn't go away.
Yeah, I don't have a big problem with poison ivy. It's usually gone a couple of days. My daughter was really allergic to poison ivy, and we found out one year that my rum, the spice rum, if you rub it on the poison ivy, it's all dry the next day. She used to have to wait weeks to put calamine lotion. She'd put calamine lotion on it constantly, and it would take weeks to go away. But she spilled my rum on her down her arm, and the next morning it was dried up. So after that, if she got poison ivy, she just be like, "Mom, I need some spiced rum." She drank the coconut rum, but
no way.
yeah, the spiced rum will dry it up. It's got a lot of alcohol in it. So
oh my gosh. Yes, y'all. Linda also, has a distiller and she makes her own rum. Yeah. Back in the day, I could do the rum and coke, and I remember doing. Do you ever hear that permafrost? It's like 100 proof. Oh, girl.
Oh, permafrost. That's what you're talking about for your hair.
I got so sick. I got so sick, and I never touched it again. The next day or whatever. Yeah, drinking that stuff. That was back in the day. Yeah. And then I remember it was my birthday, and somebody got me. What's that other rum and coke? It's the real potent one, and I think it was like 100 proof or something, and I couldn't figure out why I got like drunk so fast, so buzzy. I'm like, oh my god, and apparently I was saying all kinds of things. I don't remember anything, but somebody gave me one of those fancy wancy, rum drinks, the super strong one, because I was like, man, they must have put 5 shots in here. Thanks, because that was when at the Moose Lodge, when they give you when I used to do karaoke shows there, they would give us the door and they give us drink chips. And so yeehaw, right? Yeah, that was fun time. It was fun time.
I liked working at the casino because people would give me drink tokens instead of tips.
Yeah. The drink, the good old the drink chips. Yes.
Yeah.
Most of the guys were always, more than willing. Yeah, here you go, and I'd have like 3 or 4 of them all lined up, the chips or whatever. And the funny thing is they would let you take them home and you could go and, bring them back or whatever. So, oh, you leaving, Tony?
All Bye, Tony.
Thanks, Mr. Vegas. I'll see you later, Gators. Be safe, okay? Stay cool out there. Thank you for
thanks for coming.
Appreciate you. Well, I got my sis jumped in and my sister-in-law and my bro, and I'm pretty I think that's really cool that they're all that everybody's kind of checking on me or whatnot. So this is really fun. I just think that the reason they're probably listening or whatever is because some are getting done flying, right? And so that's probably why a lot of them, they'll watch it the next day or whatever. So next week's going to be a really fun show. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm hoping eventually maybe we can do like, I had this vision the other day about having somebody make me like, Oh yeah, Bill said hi, Paramount's family. Bill's the best. Making stickers, like with my Paramount face on it or something to give away. So, or maybe I could talk to Robert. Remember he used to give away all those tethers?
Oh
And I
yeah.
bet he still has a whole box of them. And I'm wondering if I talk him into it, he would send me some. And we could do like a giveaway. We could get creative, maybe not so much a spinny wheel, but watching in the chat, do different games or something. Just something down the road.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Baby steps here. I mean, just having you on the show tonight and getting you into my studio and everything was pretty exciting.
You've come a long way. You're doing really good.
Thanks. I know I'm getting more confident. I got my chair situated, the lighting. You helped me with that before the show, and I really appreciate it. But I thought Thursdays would be, it'd just be for everybody have something to do for an hour or so. I just kind of touching base with everybody and John, if you're listening, we're praying for you, bud. John, what he had a stent put in? Is that what it was, Kramer? So people that don't,
I know he had heart surgery. I've been praying for him, but I don't remember exactly. Bill knows if he's still here, he can tell us.
Bill, can you tell us what kind of surgery John had? Cowboy John. Maybe he'll tell us, but when he gets in the chat or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you're okay with all the stingy stuff. Okay, Scuba said.
Oh yeah, aorta replacement. Aorta.
Yeah.
Say aorta.
Aorta.
Yeah. Okay. Aorta replacement
surgery. Maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking? They probably let him go home too early. That's what I think. It seems like when they have that kind of surgery, they keep him in the hospital, to kind of watch everything.
Yeah.
Right?
But if you're doing good in the hospital, they let you go. They don't want to keep you any longer than they have to. Like they let me go after my stroke. They let me go on day 5, but then my stroke completed itself the day they let me go. 2 hours later, I was back in the hospital, and my stroke had completed itself, and I lost partial use of my right side, and I lost my speech. So,
dang, you are a survivor, girl.
I'm just ornery. Well, Ron says I'm determined, but I've been ornery way longer than I've been determined.
And I thought I was ornery. Just ask my sisters. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
that's why you and I, we understand each other. See, that's what it is, Linda. We understand each other, and we just have this energy that we give off to each other, and that's what's going to make this show so much fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
But tonight was your night to be the guest and everything, and okay, so you saw it. Bill said he didn't leave the hospital yet, as far as I know. So
yeah, yesterday he said he was home, but today he had to go back. He had a problem, so he had to go back.
Yeah, something's. Gosh, well, I know that's amazing. Like when I had my boys, when I gave birth to my boys, I was in the hospital. They would keep you in the hospital at least 2 days, unless you had a what do you call it? C-section.
Cesarean. Yeah, C-section.
Yeah. So, but now these girls, they have their babies, and then they check the babies for different things. The next day they send them home. If there's no issues or anything. And I've seen these, and that's how times have changed. I've seen the gals, the baby's no more than 2 weeks, 2 days, 3 days old, and they're walking around in Walmart, shopping. It's like in the dead of winter. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? So, yeah, I'm showing my grandma side there. Like, it's too cold to bring that baby out, Or I see the moms dressed warmer than the kids. taking them out,
That's
That
crazy.
make me crazy or whatever. Yeah, Scuba said, don't let him leave yet. That son of a gun will try and go fly. Yeah.
Yeah. He said earlier he can't fly till November. The doctors told him no flying until November.
Yeah.
So
They probably let him.
stop.
Maybe he had a reaction to, medication. Who knows, or something, whatever surgery they did, something, something. So Linda, okay, what have you not done? Like, I'm waiting for you to say that you ran a cruise ship.
No, that would be fun.
No
I
cruise.
I loved being on the ships when I was in the Merchant Marines. I was on
I could see
a
you.
ship that was 1,000 yards. Was it? Let's see. No, 1,000 feet long. 1,000. Oh, I forgot. That's bad. Don't let any of my old captains hear that. I was on a VLCC, which is the next to largest ship on the ocean.
So were
And
you ever a captain? Were you Captain
nope,
Kramer?
I was the second mate.
Okay.
Um,
All
the
right. Read
day,
John. I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but read John Wayne. He's in the chat now.
oh, okay. John said he's back in the waiting room. Everything's okay. Nothing too exciting. Thanks for the concern. So he's just in the waiting room.
So he's okay.
Yeah,
All right.
everything's okay. We're glad you're okay, John Wayne.
Arms above your heart can't be good too soon.
He got home yesterday, he said.
Yeah.
And he went back to the ER today. But John, I still have your hat here. I love it. I have it hanging on my front door, so every single day it reminded me to pray for you in the morning
Right.
and in the afternoon when I came back, because I have it on a string, so when I opened my door it would fly out and whack me in the head.
That's funny. Oh my
So
goodness.
still praying
That's
for you,
cool.
John.
He's the best. He's the best.
Yes.
I
can't wait to meet him in person.
I'm praying. Yeah, I'm praying for him too. I'm absolutely. Yeah, the last few years, just the Pear family just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I've just met so many people, and it only made sense since Robert left, Thursday nights to start doing a show. And I have to thank my daughter-in-law for saying, when we were sitting around talking, you know what? Why don't you start a show on Thursday nights? And like, what? Me? Sure, why not? You're good at it. You like talk people, this and that. So my family kept, kind of pushing me like, come on, you can do it. So, and then with all my help, the people showing me how to do stuff. So Scuba said, what'd Scuba say?
He saw John at Flat for Gage. Cool cat and very nice. I wish I'd have gone to Flat. I just didn't have the money for it this year. Maybe next year. I have a coffee can I'm already throwing money into for Flat for Gage next year. But yeah,
You got to get out there and start doing those dollar dances.
Yeah, if I go out there and dance, people will give me $1 to stop.
No, yeah. I hate waiting in a waiting room. Yeah. That's no fun.
I hate waiting anywhere. I don't have a lot of patience for waiting.
Yes.
That's a hard thing. That's the hardest thing to do. Waiting.
Gosh. Okay, so have you been on a cruise ship before?
Oh yeah, been on a cruise ship. I left a comment on your page after that question you asked. Well, I did go scuba diving with the sharks. So in Cozumel.
Tell us about that.
So yeah, I went scuba diving with the shark. I was, and I used to, when I lived in Galveston, whenever I got off the ships, my house was right there on the seawall, and I was just a couple of blocks away from Schlitterbahn, which is right next to Moody Gardens. And I used to go to Moody Gardens on my days on shore, and I would scuba dive and voluntarily clean their shark tank because they don't pay you. They give you diving time, because I wanted to go to Grand Cayman Islands with my best friend from school growing up. Her mom was born in the Cayman Islands, so Diane has dual citizenship, and she gets to go to Cayman Islands all the time. And I wanted to scuba dive there, but they require a current 40 hours of scuba diving. Current, you can't like scuba dive and then not dive for 5 years and then go scuba dive there. You got to have 40 current hours. So I volunteered to clean the shark tank at Moody Gardens so I could get dive time and keep my diving up to date. But I haven't been to Grand Cayman Islands yet, but someday maybe. Now I'm more interested in flying than scuba diving. Yeah. But I did the first time I swam with the sharks, it was in a shark cage, and that was boring and dumb. So the next one when I went to Cozumel on the cruise ship, I free dived with the sharks. That was fun.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you ever swim with the dolphins?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah, I swam with dolphins and sharks and stingrays, but that was before Steve Irwin got stung and put down. But I've power snorkeled and I can water ski and I've parasailed. Huh?
I said you do water skiing too?
Yeah, I've water skied since I was 14 maybe.
You're amazing.
I was a lifeguard when I was in high school. I was a lifeguard for the neighborhood swimming pool. So did that. I've skydived. I was a private pilot for 12 years. I flew a Cessna 310, which is twin engine. It had the wings below the fuselage, and that was with a motor on each wing. And then I also flew a Piper Cub, which was a single engine. It had the wings over the top of the body and single engine on the nose. But I was instrumental and visual flight ratings. So I didn't get to be an astronaut. That's what I wanted to be when I was 7. Still would like to do that. But so that's what I haven't done. I haven't been an astronaut.
Oh, you haven't been an astronaut yet. You're slacking.
I know. I'm a failure. I haven't been and that's like one of the first things I can remember saying I wanted to be was an astronaut. So
you could be one too. Scuba said parasailing is a gateway drug to paramotoring. And Bill said so is skydiving.
Yeah, I skydived. But the last time I skydived,
skydive. No.
Skydiving is, but the last time I skydived was before they came out with the new chutes. When I skydived, it was the old round chutes. And yes, I got dragged quite a few times on landing because I couldn't get out of the harness fast enough. And the wind was blowing hard enough to just drag me along with the chute. So it was fun. I would like to try the new parachutes. I'd like to skydive again, but with a bad knee, I don't know if I can. It's the landing that kills you. It's not the, jumping out. Nobody ever died jumping out of an airplane. Nobody ever, ever, ever died jumping out of an airplane. It was always the landing that got them. That's
Okay, so there's parachuting. That's jumping out of an airplane.
Yeah. That's skydiving and parachuting.
Skydiving. Oh, yeah. In Arizona, they have skydiving schools like everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Arizona, whatever. And I've watched them, I think that's what they had. Yeah, I think that's what they had at Torch. They did. They took people up in the airplane, and then they would fly over, the LZ.
Yeah.
And land, and of course, we had to wait till they were done taking the skydivers, taking them up and everything before the guys could, do the paramotoring or whatever down the field. But yeah, I remember them kind of flying over my head a couple of times and landing, on the LZ or whatever. because obviously, the plane, it was fun to watch, watch it go up. The helicopter, right? Well, they were jumping out of a helicopter, and they would go up in the air, and then the next thing you know, 3 or 4 people would come flying by me, and land in the field and stuff. And it's like, that's pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool. What about, you'd probably be good in aviation then too. Like, I saw the planes, the ones that they can land on the water. I forgot what they call them. They have those big old buoys almost on the planes, and
Yeah.
I don't know if they're like rescue planes or something. I've seen them at Torch, where they
That would
go.
be fun.
Huh?
That would be fun. I could probably fly one of them because I was certified for twin and single engine planes. So, and I was instrumental and visual flight rating. Most people get visual flight ratings, but I got instrumental actually.
See, now you're going to have to get out to Eric and Jade's and check out all the airplanes there. Maybe Eric will take you up.
That'd be nice. I love flying.
That's what
I
I
love
wanna
any
do.
kind of flying. I've never been in a helicopter. I was supposed to get
Me
to
neither.
Yeah, I was supposed to get to rappel out of a helicopter on my 40th birthday when I was in the Guard, but Sergeant Major Valine had a heart attack the weekend before my birthday. He was going to take me up on my birthday, and I was going to rappel out of the helicopter into the Atlantic Ocean. I didn't want to rappel in. Yeah, he was trying to talk me into rappelling down into Fort Hood, and I said no, because I've watched the helicopters and I've seen them. They'll be just hovering over where they're dropping you, and then all of a sudden they'll just drop like 20 feet, just drop, and then they'll go back up again because they'll create a vacuum when they stay in one area too long, and they'll drop. And I said, I'm already short. If I jump out of the helicopter and I'm rappelling down and it drops 20 feet, I'll shove my legs up to my neck and I won't have any legs at all.
Oh my God, yeah.
I wanted to rappel into the ocean. And he's like, aren't you worried about sharks? And I'm like, not really. I'm more worried about crashing into the ground. So, yeah, he had a heart attack. So
John Wayne said he's leaving now. So,
oh, bye, John.
Keep us posted. We love you. We'll be praying for you. Be strong, dude. Be strong. You got this, cowboy. You got this. We'll be praying for you. We love you. I love my Para family. I love my Thursday night peeps that came on tonight. My family and my Para family and all that. I think this was really cool. And then having you on here, Linda, like I said, I so appreciate it. And I was going to ask you, remember I brought it up. You should be my co-host, and it's a nice addition to the show. I think we're going to do amazing things. That's the word.
Yes.
In the future with the show. So,
like this is fun.
I did my little turtle steps, and I'm making bigger strides.
Yeah, and I think the audience will go up, chat will go up after summer, because right now it's still light. If the winds are good, people can be flying. So when it starts getting dark sooner, they'll be looking for something to do because they won't be able to fly, and I think we'll get better attendance then.
Yeah, and I can watch, and then I checked my viewership all week, and I think this is people that can watch. See, the thing is because I have my StreamYard, and I'm on the free plan. I think I only have one platform that I can send it out to. They'll go out to, and that's YouTube. I can't. If I want to do Facebook, I think I have to pay. Go on the next plan. I have to go on a paid plan.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like $20 a month or something like that. But okay, Dewey said it will be better in the colder months. Yeah, it's all good. I'm. Do you still have your dogs, Kramer? The little orphan dogs?
Oh no, Austin Lost and Found Pets came and found a forever home for them both. They were
Oh,
great
good.
dogs. They
Yeah.
scared me at the beginning because I didn't know where they came from. I was
Yeah.
afraid they might have distemper or
Hey,
um,
Charlie
rabies or
Wash is.
something.
Say
Yeah.
hi to Charlie Wash, Linda. Charlie Wash is in the house. Hi,
Oh,
Charlie.
hi, Charlie.
Thanks for
Good to see
joining.
you.
We appreciate you, dude.
Cricket, you need to go sit
He's
down,
the
baby. Go sit
best.
down.
Charlie's the best.
Charlie, I got.
Charlie's another. Charlie's like he's like Robert in the AC cooling, the heating cooling business. He does what Robert does. So
Oh, got it.
yeah.
Charlie, are you Charlie's soap?
No, he's not Charlie Soap.
Oh,
That's
okay.
James Sutherland.
Oh, that's
James
funny.
Sutherland is Charlie Soap. I know they
Right.
always get it mixed up. No, he's just Charlie Wash. See, he said
Okay, HVAC.
HVAC is what he does.
HVAC. Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
so and then Charlie plays. Um, he plays in band. He plays in a band when he gets time or whatever. This dude is so talented. I'm bragging on you, Charlie. He's a paraglider,
Okay.
and he also he can play any instrument.
That's
He's
cool.
awesome. Yeah,
I
he
can play
really
the
inspires me.
trombone and the trumpet and the clarinet and the guitar and the piano and the keyboard.
You do?
Yeah.
You do that too? But can you do drums?
Oh,
You
yeah.
play drums.
Yeah, but I sold my drums when I moved into my RV full time because they were too big.
So you used to play drums? Wow,
Yeah,
Charlie's like nice.
I miss my drums really bad. I still have drumsticks. I occasionally get them out and beat on stuff, and the guy at church lets me play his drums once in a while. So,
Do you see the chat? Charlie's like, that's awesome. Yeah, Charlie, I've been following Charlie for oh my gosh, for like umpteen years it feels like now. And
on Facebook?
he's an awesome musician. He can play anything.
That's awesome.
I'd always tell him, get back out there and play your music. Don't let that talent, don't waste it.
Yeah, so. I play lead guitar. So
you did? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I still play lead guitar sometimes in the church band, and I had a group of friends I used to play with. But I play by ear. I can read music, but because I was in band in high school, but I can read music. But when it comes to playing the guitar, I just play by ear.
Yeah. You better if you went to California and you went to Robert's church, he'd put you to work. He'd throw you on that stage and show him how, and you could show him how it's done.
That's why I play instruments. I don't have to sing. I can just play along.
That's all you have to do, That's all you like I said, my grandson, right? You seen Taven. Taven plays the drums. And then that's the other gal there. She's one that, is on the church committee. I don't know what they call it now, but she plays that guitar. So yeah. So I have to mention to Brighton that it's kind of, I don't know, the instruments are drowning out Robert when he's singing. So that's something that hi Eric.
They'll have
Eric's
to get his mic a little louder.
Yeah. Eric? I'll have to ask him about that. Eric's in the house. What's up, Eric? My favorite pilot ever.
Yeah, hi Eric. Hey, look at that. We're up to 11 people.
Hey, see if we don't, I couldn't see, like, it doesn't, I don't have to run the show for just 1 hour, whatever. It just, I'm kind of waiting for people to pop in and say hi, and hit like, subscribe, because
let's see.
Yes.
So we got 8 likes so far, but we've had 11 people in here who's holding out.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Don't make me get my swords out.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Sword fighting. Yeah, don't mess with Linda. If you ever come to her house, she'll sword fight you.
don't break into my shack where my still is, because I make my own nitroglycerin and it's hanging in the hammock behind the door. So if you
Yeah,
try to break
Charlie,
in, you'll blow up.
she makes her own rum, Charlie. She's got her own distiller. She does that. The moon. It's almost like making moonshine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really pure though. The coconut rum is, my daughter used to tell me it tasted like snow cone syrup. It's pretty smooth because I run it through the still 5 times. So
Gosh.
it's pretty good. But I
See,
don't
isn't
drink it
that
anymore.
funny? And you don't, because you don't drink. But what did you say at the beginning of the show? Uh, you said about, what were they saying about you don't drink at work, or what? What was it? I forgot what you said in the chat.
Oh, don't get high on your own supply.
Yeah, don't get high on your own supply. So Eric said that he's living life and dragging Jade, Juice, Randy, and my daughter with me. Love you,
That's
Eric.
cool.
You know
Glad
I do.
you're getting to go see your family. That's awesome.
Yes. Yes. That's what it's all about, you know.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's going to get to see his mom and dad, you know. Even though my mom's downstate. You know, I told you my mom's 97. Hope I got that age right. And she's like 4 hours away. Just in bad. It's better than being 17 states away, as I call it. I don't know, 17 states, but you know. Yeah, when I'd be in Arizona, kind of thing. So, no, I love this. This has been great. Yeah, Charlie jumped in, and thanks, Charlie. He's the best, I tell you. I got my pair of peeps. We're just like, you know, I started following Charlie, I think, when Robert had his show, started his show, and then we've been friends ever since. So it's pretty fun. He's pretty cool. And Bill said, "Oh, Charlie said, hi, Miss Molly. She's being a good girl tonight. She's laying on the table behind my behind the laptop." And what did Bill H say?
He said he made that 6-hour drive to my place where I'm the host at this park. He came for the Heart of Texas fly-in the last one I had. Unfortunately, the weather was bad and nobody got to fly until Sunday night after everybody went home. Then the group came out from Austin Paramotor and flew Sunday night. It was beautiful, but we had some good socializing going on during the fly-in. But yeah, he came. He said it's like a rustic resort. It's 276 acres of property that I don't have to pay taxes on. So, woohoo!
So the people, because you were saying you have some kind of flying or big camping thing every year or something, and do people like, you have hookups out there? Is it like a camp? Is it like a campground or something? Or people just come to camp there and they pay you to camp there or something?
It's primitive camping, so there's no hookups. I have electricity at my site, but I'm a half a mile uphill from the park. And I don't even have running water at my site. I have to hand carry all my water in. So it's very primitive. There's a single pit toilet down in the park, and for the I host a fly-in.
That's what I was asking. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've hosted 3 of them so far. I've got another one in the works that I'm planning for when it gets a little cooler. But yeah, so yeah, Eric said he heard I was playing with the pet scorpions again. Yeah, they're like, playing with scorpions is like playing with lions. You never know when they're going to sting you and bite you.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah.
Oh, wait, look what Eric said. Read what Eric said.
Yeah, he said he heard I was playing with my pet scorpions again. Yeah. I guess I didn't feed him enough because he bit me.
Oh my God. Well, wait a minute, Eric. You didn't hear the WAP story too. all in the same night. She got bit by a wasp, right?
Three wasps and a scorpion.
How could you tell it was 3 wasps?
Because I got three different sting places.
And you know it was from a wasp.
Oh yeah, because the first one bit me on the back, and I was like, "What was that?" And I thought it was another scorpion, and I went like this, and another one bit me on the wrist right here, and I pulled my wrist out, and he was stinging me, and I pulled him off and flicked him and smashed him.
Obviously,
and then
you were sitting outside then, watching Jade's show when you got bit. All right, I'm going to tell you what. Okay, I'm looking. So you are inside your house tonight.
Yeah, because it was hot out there, and I didn't want to have to come in and.
Well, you're not sitting out there at nighttime anymore. That's orders now. Until it gets cold, then you can sit out there when there's no bugs.
Nighttime is cooler. No, they got me before it was dark. Usually it's quiet out there after dark, except for the coyotes.
I would worry about your doggy getting bit.
No, I keep her with me. And the bugs don't bother her. They don't sting her because, I leaned back in my chair and the wasp was on the back of my chair, and it stung me. And when I reached around, there was apparently several of them back there. And when I reached around and knocked that one off, when I pulled my hand forward, he was stinging me here. So I got off the porch and sat on the edge of the porch instead of on the chair because there were wasps buzzing around the chair.
What if you put some rum in a spray bottle and just, when they come near, just spray them?
And make them drunk and happy?
Yeah. Yeah, then they won't bite you because they'll be all drunk.
I don't know. I've seen some mean drunks in my life. I'd just as soon deal with the mean sober ones as the mean drunks. The mean drunks, they're just...
Yeah, I dated a few wasps in my life.
Yeah, I won't... I hate to admit it, but I had a party when my
scorpions.
My drunk drank himself into the grave, and I had a party the day he died. Made the world a much better place. I shouldn't say that, but he was an abusive alcoholic, so.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't want to mess with the drunk ones that are mean.
No.
Been there, done that. Got the T-shirt.
You're like,
don't want to do it about it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I'm single. That's why I'm single, because I can control myself. Can't control anybody else. So, not going to try.
Me and you both. That's why us Lindas, we stick together. That's for sure. Yeah. I'm having too much fun now to even start over.
Yeah. My daughter tried to hook me up with, when she was working for the sheriff's office, she tried to hook me up with one of the sheriffs. And I said, why? Do I look like I'm having too much fun? Do I need misery in my life?
They couldn't handle us, Linda. They could not handle our energy.
I couldn't. I don't think I could be ever married or hooked up with a cop. No, that would not be good.
Most of the guys my age don't even know how to read a computer anymore. Use a computer anymore. So I can't imagine. Oh no, I can't. And that's why, my second husband, there was 15 years difference. So
wow,
I was the older one. So I was the cougar.
Ah.
Yeah.
And that explains a lot.
Yeah, we managed to last 18 years till he fun somewhere else, as the saying goes. But he's the one that that's where I used to go on my rodeos and stuff with him. He was a photographer. So that's how I started traveling a lot, with him, doing everything and whatnot. But when I met him, I was going through my divorce from my first husband, which is Ryan's dad. And then I met this guy, my second husband, and I was 41 and he was 25.
Ooh, yeah.
So
the cradle.
The work was Yeah, they called me Cougar at work. My little Asian friend. I come to
Wow.
work and, hey, how's it going, Cougar? She called me Cougar.
Nicer than what I've been called. We won't go
So
there.
yeah, we could talk about dating stories and oh my goodness, yeah. So true story, and
Yeah.
I stayed with him 18 years. 18 must be my lucky number because my first husband too was 18 years. So now you know they always say three's a charm. I don't believe in that. Three's a charm shit. I said a swear word. Not shit, but CHIT.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't believe in the three's a charm. I'm too scared to go to that third place or whatever. But yeah, Linda, I don't your stories and everything. You're a survivor of I think I survived just when I got stung by all those bees, when I was in my teens or whatever. But I mean, you're just like, yeah, they stung me here, and I got the wasp, and I got and the scorpion, and you're sitting here talking to us now. You jumped out of airplanes, you scuba dive, just
I got shot
yeah. And then, okay, so you started flying when? When did you start flying again?
in 1980 originally for general aviation, 1980, but for the paramotor.
Yeah, who got you interested in paramotoring, or what? How did?
When I was living with my daughter, somebody was flying a paramotor trike over her house in Granite Shoals, and I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a go-kart and a bed sheet. And I hollered at her, I'm like, come here, look at this. And she came out and she's like, hey, he's up there all the time. And I said, he's flying a go-kart. I want to do that. She's like, then go do it, Mom. Of course, that was 4 years before she passed away. And after she passed away, I was working here in this park, and somebody came and landed his paramotor in my park. And of course, I zipped over there to find out what he was doing. And he's like, oh yeah, this is a paramotor. And I was like, well, that's really cool. Is that the same thing as a go-kart with a wing? And he's like, oh, they're not go-karts. That's trikes or quads, And
Oh,
said,
okay.
yeah, so it was a trike. And I was like, I wanted to I was going to try to hook a bed sheet up to a go-kart and try to fly it. Like, I want to do that, and one of the last things.
That's kind of what it looks like, yeah.
That's what it looked like. So one of the last things my daughter said to me before she passed away was, life is short. Find what you want to do and do it. And when you do it,
Amen,
spread
girlfriend.
my ashes there. So Brian, who landed in my park, told me about Lone Star Paramotor. And of course, as soon as I met him, I started watching YouTube videos of people on paramotors, like how to launch a paramotor. And man, I wanted to do that so bad. And I called Ron, and I said, I had a stroke 3 months ago, and I want to fly again before I die. And he said, what do you mean you want to fly again? And I said, well, I was general aviation, so I want to fly again, but I can't afford general aviation anymore. And he talked to me a little while, and I told him my reflexes were slowed down because of the stroke, but I was recovering by then. I had regained most of the use of my right side. And 5 months after my stroke, I became a paramotor pilot. I did my first solo on the third day of that 10-day class. So day 2, there was 3 other guys in the class. Two of them were active military pilots, and one was a paramotor pilot that had trained in November, and he came back in January in the class I was in to learn how to transition to a trike. So class always starts on Saturday with Ron. Saturday they were out there kiting their wings, and Ron wouldn't let me because I had a brace on my knee and I wasn't walking real good. And he said, you don't have to learn how to kite because you're going to use a trike. So don't worry about kiting. So I watched the whole first day. The second day, all 3 of them were in the air. I hadn't even touched a wing yet. They So that evening on the day 2, they had me in the front of a tandem trike controlling the wing as we taxied across the field. And day 3, Monday morning, I got up, tried to bring my wing up, dislocated my shoulder because it pulled my arm back too far and I didn't have that range of motion, dislocated my shoulder.
Yeah.
I went into the hangar at Lone Star and I popped my arm back in and scared Ron. And he's like, "Do you need to go to the doctor?" And I'm like, "No, I need to go fly." And he's like, "Well, sit down and we'll see how you feel later."
Yeah.
And that afternoon, Monday afternoon, I made my first solo flight. So he recorded me when I landed. He's like, "What do you think?" And I'm like, "That's the most awesome thing I ever did. I can't wait to do it again. I wish I would have done this 50 years ago."
Yeah. Yeah.
But
and isn't it fun? Like your story, and it's so inspiring. You're a survivor, and he must have known. Walter must have known I was thinking about him. Walter.
Hey, Walter.
My sugar's in the house.
Thank you for coming.
Cute. We love you, Walter.
Yeah. I need to send you I always send Walter hearts when he comes on, but I'm not typing in the chat today, so I'm sending you hearts, Walter.
Oh, there you go. We can go like this, hearts like this.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
There you go, Walter. Yeah.
See, and we know there's a tomorrow because Walter's in the house.
And Craig B.
That's right. The 2 Aussies are in the house. I like to watch. I watch on my YouTube. I watch The Bachelorette or The Bachelor, or Bachelor in Paradise from Australia, and it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun to watch. I get hooked on it. I watch every episode, like every night, to see who he's going to kick off who he's going to give the rose to, and who's going home, and all this stuff, and it's just fun. I'm like a hopeless. I'm a hopeless romantic. That's what it is. And
I've never watched The Bachelor.
Have you ever watched it?
No, I've never seen it.
Well, if you got YouTube, there's all kinds of episodes on YouTube, and it's The Bachelorette or Bachelor or Bachelor in Paradise. It's pretty fun. Yeah. And they just have like 15, let's say you have the Bachelorette, and then they bring in 15 guys into the house, and then she goes on dates with them and whatever. And then she has to decide who she wants to marry at the end of the show, and a lot of drama. And because I'm not into I don't like watching like a lot of the crime shows and all that deep stuff. There's enough of that going on in the world. So, and if I watch scary stuff, then I can't sleep, because then I'll start dreaming about, the stuff that I was watching before I went to sleep. So it's better to dream about bachelors, in Australia than.
I don't have a lot of patience for television, so I can go a month and not even turn my television on. I'd rather be outside.
I've got he's laughing at me. Yeah, like I said, I'm hopeless romantic or whatever. I just have internet, so I don't have to. I have a smart TV, so I can pretty much watch anything I want, on there. If you get Hulu or some of those other places, you have to pay for it. And I just get on YouTube, or I follow, like, there's all kinds of stuff. You can watch movies for free, all kinds of stuff. I watch the weather every morning, kind of thing. And I'm not paying extra for it. So the Fox weather, I just follow that or whatever, and got my phone, and I'm good. Some days it's like, Walter, what'd Walter say?
Hopelessly devoted to you, Linda. And Kramer.
Hope
I
you're
I don't watch.
devoted.
I just have a antenna on my RV, so I don't pay for any kind of channels. The only thing I pay for is the premium Gaggle app because I use it when I'm flying, and
Oh, sure.
it tells me everything. I love Gaggle, but yeah, I don't waste money on any kind of TV or anything
Yeah, I should
because
have done it a long time ago because my bill, I was paying $150 and my bill went up for to watch, you know, and my son came over and helped me because I figured out I had a smart TV because I bought it in 2018. So thank God I saved all my receipts and stuff, and I could see
yeah,
when I bought the TV and how old it was and that it was a smart TV. That was all on my invoice. And yeah, and my son came over and he set everything up to the internet for me because I even had my sister-in-law and my brother trying to help me, and it was hard to figure out unless you're right, looking at it. And so yeah, so my son came over and Ryan came over and set everything up for me, and there you go. Now my bill's only $50 a month instead of 150.
wow, that's good.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
don't. Yeah, and I'm still getting watch. I can still watch whatever I want, kind of thing. I didn't realize some of those other shows that come on that I used to watch, uh, that they're broadcasting shows, which means you have to. It's cable. You can't. But I can still like. I don't even have to watch The Bachelorette on Mondays or whatever. I watch the after shows, and all the podcasts are on there talking about and showing clips of the Bachelorette or whatever. So it's just like I've been watching it, watching it all the time, right? Like
yeah.
on Mondays. Now I can watch it for free. Just anyway, it's kind of cool. But it makes me my happy place or whatever. And I just let's give a shout out to our chatters tonight, Kramer. Go ahead. I'll let
Oh,
you.
okay, we got Tony Marzano and Scuba, John Wayne, Just Wanna Fly, Jade, Bill H., Deweese, John Embo, Judy
Yep.
Marshall, Craig B.,
And that's
Charlie Walsh.
You can say hi to Kimberly because that's Kimberly's John's wife. So
Oh, and Kimberly.
yes.
I only wrote down who
Okay.
responded or who
Yeah.
typed in the chat, so I don't know who's in the
Okay.
background. Craig
Yep.
B., Charlie Walsh, Eric, PPG, and Walter Priori. Did I say that right? Is it Priori?
Yep.
Yeah.
Walter Priori. Sounds about
All
right.
right. So 12. We got 12 viewers tonight. I know some of them have
Nice.
left already, but
Very nice.
we got 12 in here. And let's see. We got 12 thumbs up. We are doing
Yay!
awesome.
You guys are rocking. I love you. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
you guys are so awesome.
Yes. I feel so loved, it's not the how they say it, it's the heart, it comes from the heart. You guys come and watch me. That I don't need 75 viewers. I could care less or chat, I'm saying that I've got my group here and I love it. But yeah, I'm trying to get 100 subscribers by the end of the year. So or maybe or by the end of the summer, that'd be like October or something when fall. So I've been telling everybody to get on there, and love is in the air. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, it sounds like the Love Boat here. Yeah, remember the movie, the show Love Boat? Like I can even watch that on my smart TV. I can find it on there and probably watch it. And a lot of all the old shows, that we used to watch. And Eric, what is Eric saying? You tell him, Eric. Tell Eric. He's asking you a question, Kramer.
Oh, Kramer going to be on every week. It's fun having a co-host. Well, Eric, if I have been invited to be a co-host with Linda, and as long as I can afford to pay her $400 a week to be on here as a co-host, I will continue to be a co-host. No, she's not really charging me. But she said she hired me, so I had to get that in there.
Mhm.
I can do the deliveries to the kids earlier in the day, so I can be back home by, 6-ish, so I can get online and be a co-host, and I'll try to keep track of who chats, and maybe one of these days we can do some giveaways. I've still got some custom made stickers from the Heart of Texas fly-ins. I made stickers for everybody who
Oh, there you
came.
go. There you go.
So
Say
maybe
hi.
we can.
Here's Molly.
Hi, Molly. Yeah.
Please
So
don't
right
keyboard.
now we're thinking I will be the co-host every week if it works out. So
I'm yeah, yeah, she's gonna be we're gonna be like the double trouble
yeah.
on Thursday nights now. I have to have my accomplice here, when I do stuff.
Oh,
So I have to I'll have to get with Jade or whatever, or else I can look it up to see how to do the for the make you like a moderator, and figure out how to do that. Yeah, the stickers thing, that sounds fun.
yeah. Bill H didn't get a sticker from the third. But yeah, we'll be the Thursday night mischief makers.
Yes.
Or, the ones that are in trouble for. No, I never get in trouble. Did I say that out loud? Yeah.
Yep. The double L's.
If I didn't get in trouble, I probably didn't wake up.
Oh, I know, right?
So
yeah, just ask my family. I could go and visit family. And, when I was in Arizona and I'd come to Michigan every year and I'd hang out with family, I was like I was like the conversation piece, and I didn't even have to be there, and they'd be talking about me for weeks, So yeah.
You're gonna be a hit.
Oh, thanks, Louise. Thank
so
you.
See, we had to wear matching hats today.
The what?
We had to wear our matching hats today.
That's right. And that's what we're going to do. I'm going to wear this every time because this is our signature, both of us wearing cowboy hats, black cowboy hats. So that's really cool. I had fun tonight, and next week's going to be even more fun. So I'm not going to say what's going on next week because it's a surprise. So I already got something lined up. Only my closest friends know, and what's going on next week.
Wait, tell me what it is. No, I'm just kidding. I know.
So, but yeah, Kramer, welcome to my show. Welcome to the panel, Kramer.
Thank you.
I'm so blessed to have you. I mean, I couldn't pick a better person. I've been interviewing people all week for this job. And you have just the way you carry yourself, the charisma, and you have the voice for it and everything that I had to, bring you on the show and make you a permanent part of my show. So thank you, Bill.
I'm honored. I'm so honored that you asked me. And Walter says he needs his cowboy hat because he's filling out a place. We're a couple of boot kickers. We can't say the other word that we can.
Yeah, that's it. I know. I was trying to figure out what hat I was going to wear tonight, and I kept going through all my hats, my caps, and this and that. And then I'm glad that, then I put this on, and I'm like, okay, this will work. And then we did all our little pre-show adjustments and everything, and I think it went really well. I was super excited, and then I'm not sure. Well, they kind of look like the same hats, but see mine.
Mine has embroidery on the side. I used to wear this hat when I was the president of the Harley's Angels because we always set up a booth.
Wait a minute, let me write this down. I missed that one. President of the Harley's Angels. Okay.
Yeah,
you were holding down on me. You didn't tell me that.
We went to the rodeo to help raise money for breast cancer research. So there was 54 ladies in the Harley's Angels. I was the president of the Galveston chapter. We raised over $1 million, and gave it all to MD Anderson and Baylor for breast cancer research. So, of course, at the rodeos, I always had to have my rodeo hat because, have to fit in. But
Charlie
usually
said
everybody sees this hat because, that's
yeah,
my Sunday go to meeting hat
that's
because I
right.
don't
That's
wear it
right.
when I'm going to get dirty. But you were wearing your cowboy hat tonight, so I had to switch
I
over.
think that's
Mine's,
perfect.
mine's got the
Oh,
pink
yeah.
because my daughter had breast cancer, so I had a black hat before, but I wouldn't wear pink my whole life until my daughter got breast cancer, and she gave me a shirt that said "Tough enough to wear pink." It was a gray shirt, but it had a pink breast cancer ribbon on it. And
Again, my queen wave. Charlie said I'm the rodeo queen.
oh yeah,
Yeah, because you do the queen wave. I'm moving my hand too fast because I think they
oh
do it
yeah.
like this. When they're on their horse. Wait, is that what they like?
I can't do it with this hand. This is a 3.5 finger.
Yeah. Yeah.
That finger's messed up.
Trying to do the queen wave. Yes. Oh yeah. I think this is gonna be. It's gonna be so fun. I mean, next week is we're gonna have a blast next week, and I'm just yeah. I think Lindy's Treehouse is like, man, I'm expanding my horizons here, in my treehouse, and I know I'll have to put before I know it, I'll have to like put an addition on it because I'm gonna have so many people wanting to, join me in my treehouse, and
Gonna have to become a tree palace. You're the queen.
That's right,
so
Eric. That's right, Eric. Eric, you saw what Eric put in the chat.
Yes, I agree.
Yes, you can say
I don't
that.
use that word
Yeah.
because I
cancer.
work with kids, but I agree with you. F cancer.
F cancer.
Absolutely.
Eric, you got our prayers. We're praying for you. My prayer list is, it's big. It's big.
Yeah.
And Millie, if you're out there listening, I'm praying for you too, Millie. Millie, she's fighting breast cancer right now, and but she still goes. She's in California, and she's the what is it, Pixie? She's got her name or whatever, Pixie, that she fly. I mean, she does a lot of kiting, and she did some flying in California at Torrey. Robert's met Millie many times, and at Torrey Pines. That's where they do their paragliding. So she does a lot of paragliding as much as she can right now. I love her. I love Millie, and Millie, I'm praying for you if you're listening. Cancer sucks. It sucks.
So Bill H, look at up at the top of your screen. Well, let's see. It does this on a cell phone. I'm not sure where you look on a computer, but you should be able to underneath up at the top of your screen where it says chat. Over on the right side, there's 3 horizontal bars for the settings. If you can't see somebody, you might have your chat set on top messages. And if they don't talk a lot, you won't see them. But if you go to the settings and change it to all messages, you'll be able to see whoever's missing on the chat.
Yeah. I know I used to refresh my screen too. It helps. If you're on, Dave says on his PC, Bill, hit the 3 lines up and click all the messages.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get lost in the messages too. Or sometimes I'll refresh my screen, and so Louise, real quick, when because I sent the invite to Kramer last week, can she reuse that next week? Or do I have to send her another invite? Do I have to send another invite every week? Like I did, or she just uses that same one? When I send it to her on the DM. Oh, what? My baby's
while you're waiting for an answer from Deweese, hey, Eric, when you ring that bell, record it and share it. My daughter never got to ring that bell. I
Oh,
lost my grandmother to pancreatic cancer, my mom to breast cancer, my dad to prostate cancer, my sister to breast cancer
I'll be right
complication,
back.
and my
Okay,
daughter to
go
breast
ahead.
cancer. Okay.
I'll be right back.
So there's a bunch of people I've lost, and I never got to see them ring the bell. So when you get to ring it, record it and share that, okay? So we can all celebrate with you. Um, oh, Bill, let me see, because I've got where it says private chat. Let's see. So I don't know how to do it on the computer because I'm usually just on my cell phone. I only know how to change it on a cell phone. So I guess I can't help you, Bill, because I tried to go click on click on comments. Let's see when I clicked on comments, I just have all the comments. So there's a private chat and there's comments. Did you click on comments, Bill? If you don't, my computer is from 2015, so I had to start it yesterday to be able to use it today. So I don't know what program you're using, but yeah, I guess. Well, I'll play with mine and see if I can figure it out on YouTube because I don't know how to do it on the computer. Say something, Eric. Post something. The last thing he posted was he'll ring the bell.
Okay, there he is.
Did you see him now?
What did Eric say?
I'll ring the bell for me, and I'll ring the bell in remembrance of your family. You're awesome, Eric.
Okay, now I'm gonna cry. Dang it. Cancer just sucks. I'm gonna say it right now.
Yep.
To heck with it. Takes people away, but it's not taking Eric. No, Eric's not going anywhere because I'm not gonna let him go. Just telling you, Eric.
You can do both. Bill H. Yeah, if you can do it on your cell phone, you can follow the chat on your cell phone, and up in the top right hand corner, you can hit those bars, and you'll be able to see Eric.
Okay, thank you, Deweese. All right, so I have to do it. I have to send her an invite every time. Okay, all right, good to know. She'll be looking forward to that. I always send it to her a day ahead of time so she can get have it in her chat or have it in her DM, and it'll give me practice too. So, okay. Oh, good. He sees Eric now.
Yay! Good. We want everybody to see Eric. Yeah, we don't want anybody to get left out and hidden. How rude.
Well, Eric has to wear hearing aids now ever since he took me up flying the last couple of times. Yeah. I guess, Kat must have known my history of getting all excited and yelling up there because when we got ready to go up, Kat said, okay, don't yell. Who, me? Little old me? Yeah? What?
No, little me?
And I told her, well, I can't promise, but I'll try to control myself, right? So as so we're up in the air, we're hovering, I felt like a little hummingbird. We're just kind of hovering. And it was so peaceful up there. And so I didn't want to yell. Because I was so excited. So I had to oh, this is so beautiful. I'm crying. I had to really hold in like that. But when we started heading back to the landing zone, as we're coming down, I had to, Eric said, thank you, Linda. I can't go anywhere. I still have people to annoy. That's right. You do, Eric.
You have a purpose. You can't leave.
No. Because if you're going to survive this, you're going to survive this. That's it. Because I plan on going on an airplane ride with you, Eric. I plan on going in your beautiful airplane someday. So I'm just saying.
But you can't leave until I get to meet you in person. I was supposed to
Right.
get to meet Woody last year at EFD, and he passed away right before EFD, and I didn't get to meet him. I got cheated. Why do these things always happen to me? No, I'm just kidding. I was really looking forward to meeting Woody. So yeah, don't leave before I get to meet you.
No, no. I was yelling the whole time I was up there with Eric. Um, and then, like I said, with Kat, when we got ready to get down the landing zone, I had to yell, and you saw in the video, I put my arms up in the air as we're going down, woohoo, like that, and she's like, no, don't do that. It's like, too late.
No, they want your hands inside the roll bar just in case.
Yeah.
So I went on my discovery flight. Tommy at Lone Star took me up for my discovery flight 3 months after my stroke, and that was so amazing. When we got up in the air, he said, "You want to learn how to fly?" And I said, "Well, it depends." And he said, "On what?" And I said, "It depends on if I say yes, are you going to kick the back of the seat and knock me out of the trike and I'll go flying down to the ground?" Or
Cool.
something else. And he said, "No, I'll give you the brake toggles and I'll teach you how to fly." And I was like, "Then yes." But I didn't cry until Lone Star gave me a memorial flight to spread my daughter's ashes the last day of class. And that's when I cried.
See, Eric said I was showing my excitement, and it was exciting for him too. It was, yeah. Like I said, and Linda, it really changed my life, and yeah, I mean that's all I can say is it's different for everybody, when they go up. What emotions they're either going to love it or they're going to hate it. Kind of thing. And I was crying. I was crying. I was laughing when we landed. I was shaking. The adrenaline was like, to the roof. I earned my wings that day, the first time I went up, which was really cool. And yeah, it's a day I'll never forget. And then when I went up a second time, it was even better because Ryan and Leslie were there, and they got to go up. And so last year, and that made it even more special. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. That was the best day ever, And then, going to church this last time, and I got to meet Joe and meet some of his friends that were there flying, and we all just kind of sat around for the day, until it was time for me to go up in the air, and yeah, and it's funny. The third time, I was so excited. I wasn't even scared. You know what I mean? It was like, because I knew what to expect. And, it's like, and now, they say three's a charm. Well, it definitely, those 3 times really changed my life. And I don't know, maybe I'll change my mind and go up again next year. Who knows? Who knows? I'll definitely be going to the, going to the fly-in, right? Just to hang out, visit people and stuff. I can do that. But I don't know, it's just not the same.
I figured you would keep on taking discovery flights until you were so addicted to flying that you got your own equipment and started flying your own.
Oh gosh, my family would have oh my goodness. Yeah, my family's already like, okay, you're done. You don't need to go up anymore, Mom. You're good. You're good. My sister, my sisters, you don't need to go back up anymore. You just, and so anyway, but I want to thank everybody. I know it's getting late. It's after 10 o'clock here, and I know the dude downstairs, he gets up for work early, or the apartment downstairs from me. Downstairs. Yeah. I have a roommate. He lives in the basement. You know what I mean?
Wow, time flew by. That was fun. Thank you for inviting. I just am really honored that you invited me, and I get to be your co-host. I'm super excited.
So honored. And thank you, chatters. Much love. Thank you so much for just being with me every Thursday, and you're making the show better and better. And then with my awesomest guest here tonight, see, I make up my words as I go. Awesomest. It's Kramer,
Yeah,
my
Bill,
cowgirl.
and Bill H said this was your best show yet. You're really doing great.
Thank you, Bill.
So,
I appreciate everybody's okay, that's Walter. Yeah, you can listen to it tomorrow. I appreciate everybody's support and you all subscribing to my channel and everything. And I'm really, I set goals for myself all the time, whether it be walking or whatnot. So I'm looking to get 100 subscribers, by the end of summer. Why not? We'll try.
Hey, Eric, I do have to agree. Ron at Lone Star is an amazing person. I owe him so much. I tell you, he changed my life. But all 10 days of class, every time he said my name, I was afraid he was going to tell me, you just can't be a paramotor pilot. Because he told me before I went down there and met him, he said, if you lost some of your reflex timing, you might not be able to fly because it's critical with bringing that wing up. You got to have good reflexes to control that wing. And so every time he said my name, the whole time through class, I was just in a panic, like, he's going to tell me I can't fly.
Oh.
But he didn't. He stuck with it no matter what I did. Well, I dislocated my shoulder. I was afraid to tell him because I figured he'd tell me you can't fly. If you dislocated your shoulder bringing the wing up, you can't fly.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He helped me pop it back in, and it scared him, but he let me fly that afternoon. I did my first solo flight that afternoon. And
thank you, Eric. Love you bunches.
Thank you to everybody for coming, for stopping by tonight.
Yes, this was really special. And I'm going to write this down in my journal too. Because, I keep a journal. I've been keeping one for like 2 years. And I really encourage people to do that. I wish I would have started it, years ago. But the day that I stopped drinking is when I started doing my journal, Linda. And so that's how I was keeping track of how many days, and this year it was 2 years. This month, July, it was 2 years that I stopped drinking. So that's how I keep track of. Yeah. So now I think I'm like on 753 days or something now.
That's awesome.
And so yeah, I haven't even ate dinner yet. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. When you're single and free, kind of thing. It's like dinner. Oh yeah, I got graham crackers. I can munch on graham crackers later before I go to sleep. But Bill said 15 years for him.
15 years. That's awesome, Bill. That is a hard thing to do. Give up drinking.
Yeah. I was, congratulations, Bill. Yes. I was surprised because I just quit like cold turkey. You know what I mean? I just decided I didn't want to feel that way anymore. And Lord knows I prayed about it, and that's what got me through it. I didn't have my self-help book was my Bible, and that's pretty much. And then I would pray with Robert, we would pray on the phone or whatever, but every day it got a little easier, Yeah, granted, when I was on my sister's weekend, right, we all were hanging out, it would have been really easy for me just to grab a glass of wine and start drinking again. But I knew if I started up again that I wouldn't be able to stop. And I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to ruin my life. I made a promise to myself, that I wasn't going to drink anymore. And I made a promise to God. That's just me spiritually, but that was the only way I could do it. Yeah, Bill, know, and it also taught me that I really had that, what do you call that? What is it? When you can quit like that? Self-control. What is it called?
Willpower.
Yeah, willpower. Thank you. Yeah. That I had more willpower than I thought,
And it helps to be ornery.
Yeah. There you go.
Or like Ron always says, I'm not ornery, I'm determined.
That's
So
right.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
But you know,
I'm a
orneriness
Taurus,
helps.
so I'm stubborn. I'm the bull. And Walter, how many times am I in your diary, Linda?
Oh, Walter, I might have to start a diary just so I can add you to it.
I kind of, in my journal, I kind of keep them. I don't want to curse my journal, so I keep the men out of there, kind of thing.
Good night, Bill. I'll see you in about 51 more days, Bill.
That's right. Yeah,
For
that's
EFB.
exciting. That's exciting. Well,
I'll
we're
try
going
to
to say
remember to bring a
goodnight
sticker.
to everybody. Much love. Thank you so much. Tell your friends to like and subscribe to the channel. That's right. We do our love. We do our sign. Love the heart sign every night. And I go peace out like this. Peace out. Peace out. There you go. There you go. And we will see you okay, I have to give a shout out. Tuesday night. What's on Tuesday night, Kramer? Let's give a shout out.
That's the No Limits. Never Trust a Skinny Chef Shane Robbins and Cupcake Kristen will fly on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m.
Okay. And I'll let you do it. Okay. And then
Wednesday night, we can see Flying Flamingo Jade, Just Wanna Fly. Wednesday nights at 7 p.m.
With lovely Dewey's.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And Thursday nights, Lindy's Treehouse, right here with the Double Trouble Boot Kickers.
That's right.
Mischief Makers.
And that's right.
Friday night, Scuba Vapes.
That's right.
We play with the flip coins.
Good job.
Yeah.
See, now when we do the show next week or whatever, then you can. I'm gonna put you to work, and you can do the shout outs in the chat, and we're gonna have a blast. And then you can do the shout outs for like we do, what shows, people's shows that are coming up. All our para shows and whatnot, and for the week, and yeah. I think this went really well, and I couldn't have done it without you. Well, I would have done it without you, but it wouldn't have been the same. And now I'm just super looking forward to next week. And I'll be picking Jade's brain again on some things, like getting wrenches out there and stuff, how to do that, if I can do it and whatnot. So I learned that I have to send you a new invite every week. So that's good too. I guess that makes sense, right?
Yep. So I'll be looking for it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, the thing, like when I quit drinking, I had to find something to replace it, in the afternoon. And so, because every day at 4 or 5 o'clock was my happy hour. And so now it's iced coffee. I make my own iced coffees every day.
Nice.
Thing. And then, whatever sodas. I like my candy dry ginger ale or whatever. But like I said, my willpower is definitely tested. Going to my sis's and going on the boat and everybody's hanging out and sippy, and it would have been really easy for me to, but I didn't. So I like the rewards better than the regrets of the everything. So that's how I look at it. So
yeah.
So you guys, y'all be safe. I'm gonna end the stream, and I don't know when I end the stream. Then if you're still staying there,
I just hit exit. I leave the.
Oh, you leave. Oh, you okay? See, I'm used to being on the other side or whatever. So I'm gonna end the stream. We'll see what happens. You stay there, Kramer, for a minute. Okay. I'm gonna see how.
Bye, everybody.
So we love you bunches. Much love. Much love. Stay groovy as you all are. Okay. Charlie, you stay groovy, okay? Because Charlie's my groovy buddy. He's groovy. I always say, I'll say morning to him, whatever, and say feeling groovy. So anyway. All right. I'm looking like a chicken here. So I'm going to do my little dance on my chair. So night all. Love you bunches. right.